Changing your mindset through gratitude is actually much easier than you think. Allow me to explain. Hey everyone, I'm Teddy. I'm a teacher turned entrepreneur, and in this video, I'm going to explain to you why gratitude matters and teach you how to incorporate it into your life. First thing I'm going to do is define gratitude. Simply stated, gratitude is a state of being grateful, or it's a readiness to show appreciation. Gratitude matters because it is directly connected to how we view the world. I'm going to share a personal story, and in the process, I'm going to give you something to think about, something to relate to, and something to do. Stick around to the end of the video, and I can share my 3 easy steps for incorporating gratitude into your life. This story begins in April of 2024. At this time in my life, I recognized that I was grumpy and I had persistent negative thoughts. I was able to come to this realization because I'm self-aware, and I also understand that our realities are shaped by our thoughts, our conditioned beliefs, and our perceptions. I was living in Mexico at the time, and I had just been hired for a new job in Brazil. These things should have made me incredibly excited, which they did, but I was still grumpy, and that frustrated me. So I did some reflecting, and I realized that if I was gonna change the way I was viewing the world, I had to change my mindset. Now, before we move on, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it so I can continue to grow this channel and make more videos like this. Getting into it, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you something to think about. As I was moving about my days during that time of my life, I realized that I could ask myself a simple question, which I want you to ask yourself as well. And that question was, what would it look like to see the world in a positive light? I let that sit in my mind for a few days, and then all of a sudden the idea hit me. I realized that I could do something simple and start a gratitude journal. Now, I love journals. I have a journal to process my experiences. I have a journal to write down my intentions for the year, which I call the Book of Intentions. I also have a journal to take notes during my therapy sessions. But for this practice, I decided I was going to do a digital gratitude journal because I wanted something that was quick and easy, convenient, and if I ever needed a reminder or a pick-me-up, I could see mounting evidence of all the things that I could be grateful for in my phone. So how does it work? Well, as soon as I wake up, within the first hour or so, I write one thing that I'm grateful for. I decided to be intentional about just choosing one thing because while I can think of a lot of things that I can be grateful for, I wanted to just choose the one thing and underscore its value in my life. I was also intentional about practicing gratitude in the morning as opposed to the night. While there are no right or wrong ways to do this, because I just loved the idea of starting my day with gratitude. So I use an app called Workflowy. I love this app. It's amazing and helps me to organize my brain. It's basically endless bullet points. I created a bullet point for gratitude, a bullet point for 2024, a bullet point for every month of the year, and then every morning when I wake up, I just create a new bullet point for that day, and that's where I write the one thing that I'm grateful for. In terms of the entries themselves, the beauty of this is that they can be simple, they can be complex, or anything in between. They could be something as simple as, I am grateful for the mango that I ate last Sunday, which is a true story. Or it could be a little bit deeper and complex, like, I'm grateful for my suffering. Whatever the case, it's up to you. It's just a matter of practicing that gratitude. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you something to relate to. It doesn't matter what your background is, it doesn't matter where you're from, what circumstances you're facing, what hardships you're facing, you can find something to be grateful for. It can be friends, family, health, or anything in between. And it's just a matter of you being thoughtful and intentional. I thought I would share 6 entries from the last 6 months to give you an idea of where my head is at. April 5th, 2024, I'm grateful to wake up with a view of the Caribbean. May 9th, 2024, I'm grateful that I have people to check up on me. June 24th, 2024, I'm grateful for the club. July 17th, 2024, I'm grateful for opportunities to laugh at myself. August 11th, 2024, I'm grateful for the beach. September 30th, 2024, I'm grateful for 6 months of gratitude. Now, that last one was a very pivotal moment in my practice because I was able to see a clear difference from when I started practicing gratitude until that moment. And it essentially is one of the most important points of practicing gratitude. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you could relate to any of those things or if it sparked any ideas in your own life. So how did this change my life? How did I know that this was actually working? Well, I can recall a very specific day where I was going about my routines. Something small happened, and I immediately thought to myself, I could add that to my gratitude journal. And I recognized in that moment that there was a shift. I recognized that my mind was now actively looking for things that I could be grateful for. And this was so pivotal for me because I'd essentially tipped the scale. I went from focusing on things that I didn't have, let's call that scarcity, which was essentially causing me to be grumpy, and I tipped it to the other side, let's call it abundance, and focusing on the things that I did have. That is how my mindset shifted, and that's how yours could shift too if you decide to incorporate this into your life. So what does my life look like now? Multiple people have commented on my energy. Some people have said I've been more positive. Some people have said I've been more upbeat. I feel more calm and light. I don't feel like I'm carrying all this baggage, which has been incredibly rewarding and not something that I expected when I started this practice. Now, the last part of this video is I'm going to give you something to do, and I'm going to teach you in 3 easy steps how to incorporate gratitude into your life. Implementing this into your life is starting a new habit. And if you know anything about habits, creating them in a systematic way will increase the chances that they get cemented into your habit routine. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose a place where you want to practice gratitude. Maybe you want to do it in a physical journal, maybe you want to do it digitally like I do, or maybe you want to do it on a calendar or a place where you can write them that you can see it every day. Whatever the case, choose your place and stick with it. The second thing that you're going to do is you're going to choose a cue to trigger your new habit. So I'm gonna give you a few ideas. The first is you set a reminder on your phone. Immediately, you don't have to think about it. The reminder pops up and you can write one thing that you're grateful for. Another idea is you write a reminder on a sticky note, put it on a mirror, so maybe when you're brushing your teeth, you see it, and then you can write the thing that you're grateful for. The last idea is you set out your journal on your desk, your kitchen table, a place that you're 100% gonna see it, and so it triggers you to write in it, and you do it the second that you see it. And the third thing that you're gonna do is you're going to commit to 1 week. If you commit or you aim too high when you're trying to create a new habit, there's a chance that you're gonna diminish your actual implementation of the habit. And so just focus on 1 week. Don't think beyond that. Go through your 7 days, and as soon as you hit 7 days of gratitude, pat yourself on the back, get yourself a reward so that you feel good about it, and then repeat that process. And then do it over and over and over again until you're no longer thinking about it. That's how you create a habit. You go from actively having to make the decision, the choice, to no longer having to think about it. Chances are you watch this video because you feel like you could benefit from incorporating gratitude into your life. And so I encourage you to stop thinking about it and to start doing it. You'll never know how gratitude can change your life unless you try it. I also encourage you to watch this video, which talks about the connection between happiness and gratitude, which I found very interesting. So that's how you change your mindset through gratitude. If you found this useful, please hit the subscribe button, like this video. I hope there was at least one thing you could take away to help you lead a life of purpose. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.